Setting the tone of the game came out to affect the quarterback, and I think those guys did that. And I think they did really well the whole first half. Defended every blade of grass. It doesn't matter how far the drive is, just keep defending the grass, and those guys did that. Offensively, we didn't execute. Not even close to where we want to go. So, any questions?
Do you take any consolation in the fact that most of your offensive starting skill players were over there on the sidelines?
Not at all. Those guys are coached to execute. Those guys are coached to do their job. And we didn't do a very good job of preparing those guys to do their job, and they didn't do a good job of doing their job. So we look at the film and see what it was, but I know the execution wasn't there, and it had been before. So, yeah, I mean, those guys had played in other previous games, and they performed in practice, and they're expected to perform. Whoever goes out there is expected to perform. We don't care who it is.
Freddie, how much of a relief was it to see a kicker make 4 pulls?
It's pretty good, huh? Yeah.
Perfect.
I like that. I like it a lot. That's what he's supposed to do. Again, I will reiterate, I just want to know what we're getting when they cross the white line. All right? From a skill position, from a kicker, from an offensive line, from a defensive line, from a DB, from a corner. I just want to know what we're getting, and then we can make adjustments from there.
Was it, can you just explain, is it the plan to give Seibert everything and give Gillen everything tonight, and how do you move forward?
That was the plan, yep.
And do you move forward switching it for next game, or?
We haven't. We're trying to finish up this game first, evaluate this game.
When you look at the first team offense, it's kind of hard to tell when you see, missed connections between Baker and his receivers. Are you putting this more on the receivers, or more on some on Baker, or a mix of everything?
I just know it didn't get executed. I'm not trying to place blame. I'm not going to try to place blame tonight on anybody. We're going to evaluate the tape. We're going to make corrections. It wasn't very good all the way around, So we have to see what it says. But I promise you, it gets corrected one way or the other. It's either, we had people around the quarterback all day too. So it wasn't just one position or one anything. The execution wasn't there. And that's the whole group. That's not the quarterback. That's not the receivers. That's not the offensive line. It's not the tight ends. We had inopportune penalties. We got down there in the red zone, 1st and goal from the 5, and we ended up kicking a field goal from the 15 or whatever that is. That's unacceptable. It's not going to be acceptable. And we'll figure out why it happened. Bad technique, bad execution, bad plays, bad play call. All right? It could be any damn thing. We're not going to start placing blame tonight. We're in this thing together. But we'll figure out what it is, and we'll fix the problem.
David Blau done enough to make this ball play?
We'll see. We got another week and a half. You don't have to make cuts now until after the last preseason game, so we'll see. I mean, David's done. I'm very pleased with how David's performed. He's went in, took us down the field, gave us a chance for a score, a touchdown there, and we didn't get it done. We're 0 for 4 in the red zone. I mean, you're not going to win many games when you're 0 for 4 in the red zone. Now, it was good to see the kicker. I'd like to tell you that we meant to do that, so the kicker could kick the ball, but no, we didn't. So I'd rather see him kick extra points. We were 0 for 4 in the red zone and probably terrible in 3rd down. I haven't seen the stats yet, but I don't remember too many 3rd downs getting converted. So, if any, hell, I don't even know. We have those stats yet.
One in the first half.
Excuse me?
One in the first half.
One in the first half? So, I don't know. You're not going to win many games like that. I'm glad this one didn't count. I mean, everybody's happy as hell whenever we're winning these games, and then I'm happy as hell when we lose them because they don't count. Hopefully we'll get them all out now.
Why didn't Ratley play?
Just not worth the risk. Him coming back off the injury that he did, a short time, really only 1.5 practices. Just wasn't worth the risk right now.
And you were able to rush in Miller without even a practice, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't injured.
Yeah.
He was ready to go. And I think he was a bright spot though. Got the ball in the hand. in his hands, and you could tell that he was, you know, explosive with the ball. So I'm anxious to see what he does this week. You know, see if he can continue to get better.
Freddie, the O-line played in the third quarter. Is that by design, or did you just want to see
It was
it?
by design.
Coach, even though it's preseason, does your first loss as a head coach give you more of a burning desire to win?
Excuse me, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
So, even though it's preseason, your first loss as a head coach, does it give you even more of a burning desire to win?
I don't. I approach every game. If they keep score, I want to win, and they kept score on this one. Whether it's preseason, you know, our job as coaches is to put these guys out there in situations to be successful. Whoever walks out between those lines, and so whoever it is, I want them to have success. I want them to generate some, you know, confidence from having success. And I don't think we did very much of that tonight. I think we were very, you know, I can't really think, besides the kicker and the defense, I can't really think of good execution anywhere else.
Freddie, what have you thought of Kareem? Because I know he's been in and out of training camp.
I like Kareem.
Yeah.
He's a good player. I like his explosiveness. I like his ability to make people miss. I like his speed. I like his hands. I like a lot of things about Kareem.
I meant right now where he is in terms of being.
Yeah, I think he's, you know, he's right where he needs to be. You know, it's hard to answer just because he's coming off of a groin. You know, he's been with us probably a week now. As far as been doing things a week now, a little bit longer than that probably. I think the Wednesday that we went to Indianapolis was his first day. Really first day back. But Kareem's fine. He knows what to do, knows how to do it, knows when to do it. So.
It looked like there was a lot of room to run for him.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I think.
I guess that's where I was going.
Yeah, I think. You know, again, we didn't just line them up and execute wildly good in the run game. So, like I said, I'll reiterate: the kicking game, defense was about the only thing that was executed good tonight. Everything offensively, with the exception of maybe a couple of throws and a couple of run after catches. Execution was very poor, and we did a good. You know, I did a poor job of preparing them for this third preseason game.
Well, given that, I mean, I know that you probably would not think of playing your starters in the fourth game, but would you be just upset enough about how this went that you would think about playing some starters in the fourth?
Not a chance.
Just want to make sure.
Not even remotely possible.
Freddie, we talked about the defense, 5 sacks against Winston. Just to see that starting four on the defensive line out there in the preseason for the first time. I know it was brief as Garrett came out, but what impact did that have on kind of your night, seeing that happen?
Well, I mean, I think you know, when you set out to do something from a defensive perspective and you do it, that's good. A lot like we did offensively in the first preseason game, you know. You know, when we did a 2-minute offense. So, you know, I still think the defensive front is, you know, one of our strengths of our team, and they've just got to play, and they've got to play well, and they can't take anything for granted, and they just got to keep playing play after play after play, and they did a good job of that tonight.
Good. Thank you.